Here we go again, fellas. We're back. It's your boy H-Ville with H-Ville Collectibles, bringing you another action figure from a massive action figure collection. Today we will be reviewing DC Comics Multiverse Suicide Squad Deadshot. We have the figure displayed in the box. On the front of the box we got the little DC Comics Multiverse font along with Suicide Squad at the top. We have a nice picture of the Deadshot character being portrayed by Will Smith and from the Suicide Squad movie on the front. Looks pretty good. On the right side of the box, we have DC Comics Multiverse, Suicide Squad. And on the left side of the box, we have a larger picture of the Deadshot character being portrayed by Will Smith from the Suicide Squad movie. And on the back, we have the name of the character, just useless information because it's not in English. And we have the rest of the figures from the wave, along with the character that you can collect and connect, and it is Croc. I have no interest in connecting that character. Let's go ahead on, crack this figure open, and get this review rolling. And voila, we got the figure all out of the box, along with all of his accessories displayed. Let's take a look at the figure. Just looking at him, he looks pretty cool. I mean, nice looking soldier looking Deadshot figure. Head sculpt looks pretty good. Let's go ahead on and take a closer look at him and check out some of his details. Let's see, we got a nice little body armor right there. Looks pretty good. It's like a separate piece, you know, on the shoulder pads. I mean, it can't come off or anything, but it's like a glued on mold. Looks pretty good. He's got some kind of script on his neck there. I am the light, the way. Not pretty sure what that means. Nice paint apps on his arm for, I guess those are supposed to be little storage compartments. Guess that's supposed to be his little arm pistols. Detail on the hands. Got the fingers coming out of the glove. Nice. Whoa. He's got a lot of ammunition clips. This man got clips for days. Like, man, I ain't never running out of ammo. Nice little clips right there. Notice how they got the gold tips on those clips. Got two little molding on pistols on the back. Guess those are just for show because he ain't pulling those out. Nice little clip on the thigh. Little clip storage on the thigh. Those can't be removed, but they are separate pieces. They aren't molded on. They're kind of fixed. That right there, I guess that's a storage for his pistol. Looks pretty good. He's got some knee pads with some paint up there. That paint kind of looks like nail polish. Look like something I would have did back in the 90s. But looking at the boots, standard military soldier-ish boots. Has a little blade that can't come out on the boot there. Same level of definition on the arm. Let's get a good look at that face. See what that face looks like. Does that look like Will Smith? It's kind of meh. It looks like a cartoonish version of Will Smith, more so than the, real life spitting image of him. But it isn't bad. It isn't bad. It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad. And that is Deadshot. Let's get a look at some of his accessories that he comes with. We have the mask, which is just a head swap. And you can see how they painted, skin tone around the eye, but it still has like a cartoon Flintstone beady eye. And they got the scope on the left eye. A couple of, like 3 points of paint up there. I see the black, and you see the red and the little blue up there, so that's pretty good. And they got the little silver streaks up there on the mask. That looks all right. Then we have this pistol right here that looks like a water gun from the 80s. Yeah, it's got a gold tip and a gold clip. So I guess it's supposed to match his gold clip, his clips right there. And we have the collect and connect piece. We have the right arm for Killer Croc, or Croc, whatever he's being called in the movie. I have no desire to collect this figure or collect the pieces to connect this figure. So this will just be an arm in my collection forever until I throw it away. With that being said, let's go ahead on and look at some of Mr. Deadshot's articulation. Let's see, we got right shoulder articulation. Shoulder is on a hinge. Can rotate forward and back and also hinge out. We have a cut above the bicep for a bicep articulation. Single elbow hinge. The forearm can also rotate, so we got to rotate there and we got to rotate here. So the more the merrier. And we have he can rotate at the wrist. It's not on a hinge, it's just a peg in. Can't rotate out. Left arm is the same as the right. We have a tornado waist. They can do a 360 spin on that. We have a midsection articulation. I would say it's a crunch, but it doesn't crunch forward at all. So it's a spine crunch. You can crunch backwards. Just if you need to lean back. Head 360 turn on a peg, but you don't get any kind of movement other than just rotating it. Legs can go up that far, not far at all, not even 60 degrees. Leg can go back. Leg can actually go back further than it can go forward, which is weird. So I guess he can mule kick the hell out. Hey, 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 hey. But a single hinge at the knee. We have a thigh cut, a lower thigh cut. We have a ridiculous articulation at the thigh. I mean, at the upper thigh where the thigh meets the hip for a hinge going out this way, which looks terrible. Yeah, that's something Mattel was doing a lot, and it was the worst design ever. I don't know if they're still doing it on figures, but it is terrible. And we have a ankle articulation, and that's all of his articulation. Pretty standard. Nothing really to write home about. Let's go ahead on and see what Mr. Deadshot looks like with his alternate head. And there is Deadshot with the alternate head on, with the mask look. I don't know. I think I prefer him with the regular Will Smith head more so than this mask. That was a very unflattering mask that they had for the movie. And it translates to the action figure to look just as unfulfilling. It looks movie accurate. I'll give him that. Go, 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 go. We're going to go ahead on and put the other head back on. I prefer that better. And we have the pistol. We have two options for the pistol. We can put the pistol in the little side storage compartment like so. So he can walk around with the gat on tuck. So I guess it's not tucked. It's sitting right out in the open there. Or we're going to go ahead on and put it in his hand. And that's what the pistol looks like in his hand. And as you can see, they didn't even do a cut on the trigger finger, as well as they didn't do a cut on the actual trigger access on the gun. So, you know, and a lot of these action figures, they're making it so that you can actually put the finger on the trigger when they're holding a gun accessory. But Mattel said, nah, we're not doing that on this figure. You guys don't deserve that. So that is Deadshot from the Suicide Squad movie. Now, normally I tell you guys I highly recommend this figure, or I'll tell you some things about this figure that you might want to watch out for. But I'm going to be completely honest about this figure. This figure sucks major butt. This figure is terrible, all right? First of all, articulation is WTF all day. Like, what is this, man? Why would they even make this? The articulation on this figure is dumb. You know, it's like, yo, I want to call his articulation why bother. He has why bother articulation. Like, why even bother to make this cut right here when it looks ridiculous? Why even bother to articulate the legs if he can't even go into a kneeling pose? Like, who wants to pose that figure looking like he got, you know, like he got Mr. Stiff back? I mean, just terrible. All right, no head articulation other than turning left or right. I'm like, I could give you a pass on that. But, I mean, no double elbow, no double elbow, no double knee. And what is this? Who makes a back crunch? Like, why do we have a back? It's supposed to be an ab crunch. Like, if he's laying on the ground and he's like, I see him rolling up on me. But, I'm like, what is this, man? What is this? This is the worst action figure in my collection for what it is. I mean, I've got old school 1990 Toy Biz action figures that are better than this. This is terrible, man. This is like what is Mattel, man, y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves for making this action figure. This action figure is the worst. All right, I'm gonna be honest with you. I bought this action figure because I was like, you know, it was back at the beginning of the year when I was just getting back into collecting action figures, and I was like, oh snap, they got a Deadshot that's based off of Will Smith. That's another black action figure I can add to my collection, another brother. So that's why I got him. But, you know, then I started thinking about the fact that it's supposed to be Deadshot, and he's historically been shown as a white male, So we got Black Deadshot, and then the figure sucks. I'm like, I mean, yeah, they tokenized them for the movie, but I ain't gonna get into that. That's a topic of another discussion. I'm mainly just talking about this action figure, but really, I mean, I don't even know what to do with this. This figure is awful. Awful. You know, the only pose you can stand him up in is this. This is the best you're getting out of your Deadshot action figure. Do not buy. I'm not going to go on. I mean, I paid $7 for this figure. I got robbed for $6. This is a $1 figure. Do not buy this unless you in the Walmart and they like, hey, yo, if you buy Snickers, we'll give you this free Deadshot. That is the only reason why you should own this Deadshot. I'm going to keep him because, like I said, it's a black dude. You know, I need more, you know, brothers in my collection. I mean, I'm not one of them dudes that's just like, man, I need to see myself in my toys. But at the same time, it is nice having a you know, a black action figure. But this is the worst. This is the worst. If I was Will Smith, I'd be like, man, y'all better take these toys off the line. Don't have me out there looking out back like this. I'm like, come on, man. I've seen Happy Meal toys better than this. I mean, and the other thing is the biggest, I'm going to tell you the one redeeming factor that this action figure could have had is if it came with more accessories. Why do you make an action figure with all of this gun ordnance, all of these clips, all of this ammunition, and this is his primary weapon? A water gun. Like, what is this? Like, who designed this, man? Who co-signed on this? Who signed on this, man? Who signed off on this? He should have came with a rifle, a Uzi, two of these of different, bigger sizes. I'm like, come on, man. How you going? The character is called Deadshot. He's supposed to be coming with guns galore. I mean, you got him up here with clips galore. And why do they ever mold guns on the action figures that don't come out? That is the... I don't know who came up with that idea, but that's just dumb. You should have just made an empty holster. But guns, fake guns on action figures, or fake accessories that don't come out is whack. That's whack. Like this knife right here. Whack. Whack. I can't pull that off. Whack. Whack. That is whack. So, anyway, I'm sorry to talk y'all to death. I don't want this review to be insanely long, but I just wanted to say that, and I know my hands is in this video a lot. Sorry. Mr. Fingers. I just got to say, this is the absolute worst depiction of Deadshot as far as an action figure is concerned, not the fact that he's tokenized. There's another action figure of Deadshot, of this type of Deadshot, that I saw where it had a lot more articulation. He was a little bit more bendable, and the biggest thing is it came with more guns. So if you can find that one, pick that one up. Do not get the DC Multiverse Suicide Squad Deadshot. Do not pick this figure up. I need to be the only person who still has that. In 10 years, I want to be able to say, I'm the only man who still got this piece of crap sitting in his attic. So, yeah, man. Pass. A definite pass. This figure is terrible. But I'm going to holler at y'all. Peace and a bye-bye. Later. Somebody, please, give me a rifle.